What's up, everybody? Time for some more rSpace. Am I the a-hole for getting angry at my mother-in-law when she refused to give my 6-month-old baby back after I asked repeatedly? My mother-in-law was holding my 6-month-old baby when I was having breakfast. I stood up and said, "I'll have her." And she said, "No, finish your coffee." I got a bit annoyed and said, "No, I will take my baby back," and reached for my baby. She giggled, pulled away and said, "No." My husband was in the room too and was laughing as well. I got visibly angry and told her not to joke about this and give my baby back. I think it took another try or two when my mother-in-law was pulling away and keeping my baby. I was the only one angry, and mother-in-law and husband were laughing at me. When I got my baby, my husband took her away from me. I removed myself from the situation to calm down. My husband thinks I'm the a-hole for reacting like this. Am I the a-hole? Edit. Thanks everyone for your input. I'm happy to see I'm not totally in the wrong, mostly. I did see both extremes here, from needing to leave or at least get counseling, to being called an unhinged lunatic. All comments appreciated. Just to clarify, I didn't get up suddenly and demand anything. We have a great relationship and we're always friendly and positive. Mother-in-law handles the baby all the time, as we're staying at in-laws for Christmas and been here several weeks already. I did not yell or throw hands. I cried in privacy after leaving the room. Thanks all. First judgment coming from Evocative Enigma. Not the a-hole. And the fact that your husband thinks this was funny and then took your baby away from you as soon as you got her back is concerning as well. Your husband is showing that he's more loyal to his mother, who torments and taunts you, rather than a new mother who obviously was getting distressed. They are both a-holes for that. This is definite r/just no mother-in-law sort of content. Next judgment from Zarian Maelstrom. Not the a-hole. What the heck? Keep a baby away from their mother is not a joke. They're not 6, and the baby is not a toy in a game of come get it. Unable Researcher 26 has a bit more thorough response. Not the a-hole. You're the mummy, and so long as you're capable of taking care of her, she belongs with you. My mother-in-law was also very possessive of my first baby. I remember once crying and begging her to give her back to me because I wanted to feed her, and my mother-in-law just kept insisting that she was getting her to sleep. If I asked her to take her so that I could do something, she would often leave the room with her or even take her for walks on the buggy, when I was quite clear that I just wanted her to take her for the moment. She was insistent that she was helping me by giving me a break, even though I told her that that was exactly what I didn't want. Sometimes she would do it when I was asleep, and I would wake up leaking milk and panicking because I didn't know where my baby was. She's completely incapable of answering her mobile phone. I believe that her behavior contributed significantly to my postnatal depression. I became convinced that my mother-in-law was trying to take my baby away and raise her herself. Even now, out of the fog of depression, and with my rational head on, I struggle with my mother-in-law's behavior with my 5-year-old daughter, which is still focused on having time with her away from me, and I fear her trying to influence her in ways that I don't want. I didn't get postnatal depression with my second baby. There were various contributing factors: preemptive medication, generally being more relaxed about the balance between my baby's needs and my needs, but I wonder if the complete absence of my mother-in-law for the first 3 months due to COVID lockdowns was one of them. OP responds, "Oh, hell no. If my mother-in-law did any of those, I would not let her see the baby at all. I'm so sorry it happened to you. It's hard enough as it is, and your mother-in-law made you go through a whole other ordeal." Moving on. Am I the a-hole for refusing to go on vacation with my boyfriend and his friends? My boyfriend Jeremy and I have been together a little over a year. I get along with most of his friends, even though they're slightly sexist, and he gets along with mine. Except Jeremy is friends with mostly guys, and when they hang out, it's all the guys together and all the girlfriends together, unless it's dinner or something as a group. I don't really click with the girlfriends. We don't have much in common. He keeps pushing me to bond with the girlfriends, but I don't want to. There's no point. I have friends, and it's not like Jeremy bonds with my friends. Well, we went to dinner Sunday with his friend Bill and Bill's girlfriend Tasha. The guys started talking about snowboarding this winter and hills they want to go to. Then Bill suggested we all go on a ski trip. Jeremy said, "Yeah, totally, that sounds fun, right?" asking me. I agreed. I've wanted to take snowboarding lessons for a while now, so I was actually excited. Tasha said, "We can find fun stuff to do while the boys snowboard. Maybe there's a spa nearby, or we can do some shopping or something because it's too cold outside for me." On the ride home, Jeremy asked if I was excited. I said, "Yeah, I wanted to take snowboarding lessons for a while now." Jeremy said, "Well, We're going as couples, so you should really hang out with Tasha and do stuff with her while Bill and I snowboard. I said, it's a ski trip, not a spa and shopping trip. I want to snowboard too. He said, we'll see if it actually happens. It's just an idea right now. I've thought about it for a few days and decided that if I can't snowboard or ski, it'd be pointless for me to go. I have better things to spend my fun money on than stuff I don't want to do. Jeremy and Bill went out with some of their friends to watch basketball last night. Apparently the trip came up, and they decided on a few options for weekends in January and February. Jeremy called me today and told me and asked what I thought. I said that I'm not going to go if I'm not even going to be able to ski or snowboard. He said, but Tasha doesn't ski. She doesn't like the cold. It's mean to leave her by herself on vacation. I was like, well, then you and I can go snowboarding and Bill can go to the spa. He said, the whole point is going with friends. I said, then you go. I don't want to anymore. He said, well, they're going to wonder why you suddenly changed your mind. You were excited before. I said, I was excited when I thought I would actually ski or snowboard. He said, you should be more open to making new friends and trying new things. It's rude for you to just cancel when we were all looking forward to it. You can't always do exactly what you want. It's called compromising. I told him I was tired of talking about it and that I'd talk to him later. Am I the a-hole? Incoming judgment from Firefly 232. Not the a-hole. If you want to go skiing or snowboarding, it's pretty crappy for that to be turned into a beauty spa holiday, which you're not interested in. Also, it seems a bit sexist, and there's undertones that you're only wanted on the holiday to be company to Tasha. I think they're more than slightly sexist, and your boyfriend is sexist as well. Rude for you to just cancel when we're all looking forward to it. You can't always do exactly what you want. It's called compromising. I told him that I was tired of talking about it and that I'd talk to him later. Why is it you that has to compromise and not anyone else? Drunk on Martinis weighs in. Not the a-hole. What is honestly wrong with him? If anyone says anything to you, I'd call him right out on it and say, well, boyfriend told me that if I want, I wasn't allowed to snowboard with them, so I'm not interested. Your boyfriend sucks. JTJ5002 says, not the a-hole. Is your boyfriend dating you or is he dating Tasha? He can't possibly be that blind or deaf. OP responds, I wanted to ask him that when we were on the phone, but I don't like arguing and he was already pissing me off. Next story. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom about a message her boyfriend sent me? For context, I, 20 female, received a text late night from my mom's, 57 female, boyfriend, 53 male. They've been together for a few months and mostly it's been good, but there have been a few fights here and there. For example, a month or so ago, he was making jabs about my mom's weight, and that really hurt her feelings, and frankly, really pissed me off. But he apologized and we moved past it, or so I thought. The other morning, they were arguing before they went to work, and I asked her later that day when she got home what the argument was about. She told me he had gone through her phone and that really upset her because it was a breach of trust. I understood, and I left it at that. However, last night he sent me a message around midnight out of the blue. It was a pretty long and kind of convoluted, but he basically said that while he was surprised my mom was a big black woman when they first met because her photos were so beautiful, he's grown to love her as a person, inside and out, the more he's gotten to know her. Already a weird start, but bear with me. He went on to say that he needed me to know the truth, and that my mom was actually cheating on him, and that he loved her, but didn't trust her. Now for today, and the reason I'm asking if I'm the a-hole. This morning I showed my mom the message, and she got really angry and showed me proof that he was lying, and that he went through her phone for 5 hours straight while she was sleeping and found nothing but messages to an old hookup from 6 months ago, before they got together. He then pretended to be my mom to this guy and see if he could get info out of him, which was really weird in my opinion, and also, he got nothing. She ended up breaking up with him for trying to come between us and lying to me about her, but I don't know if I was out of line for telling my mom or potentially being the catalyst to their breakup, even if he was lying. Am I the a-hole? Edit. I forgot to mention that in the message, he also brought up his ED, and that maybe if he was able to have sex with her, that she wouldn't have looked elsewhere, which she didn't. And also, your ED is none of my business. Intelligent Help 8946 says, not the a-hole, and congratulations to your mom for kicking the butt wipe out of her life. D. Travister says, oh my god, this post made my skin crawl. I am so glad mom kicked this dude to the curb and didn't try to pin any blame on OP. Dude is creepy and this relationship would have been a crap show. Accomplished Cheek 59 says, not the a-hole. You did the right thing. Why on earth wouldn't you show her these inappropriate and bizarre messages? She's your mother, and he's little better than a stranger. Well done for helping her see the horrible truth about it. OP replies, thank you. That's what I thought too. My first instinct was that it was strange to be including me in the first place. Double Stitch has our last comment. That's classic early stage abuse. He was trying to isolate your mother from her support system. Several classic red flags in your story. A lot of people would have distanced themselves from the awkwardness. Once the isolation succeeds, violence usually follows. Your quick thinking and loyalty did a real good deed. Not all heroes wear capes. Edit. For the bot. Extreme, not the a-hole.